Salute, folks. It's your boy, the insurance junkie, your fiduciary fella, the all-star advisor Alonzo Hall, your social media insurance bro, back again today to whap and tap on your head with yet another ADH Wealth Solution article. Today, we're reading an article about why insurance belongs in your retirement strategies, written from a study by EY, which is Ernst Young. Before I continue, make sure you hit that like, drop a comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're made aware every time I release new content. And as always, share, share, share. Lastly, to contribute to channel growth or to schedule an appointment with a licensed financial professional, the links are in the description of this video. So, as we proceed to give you what you need, why insurance belongs in retirement strategies. A study from EY, previously known as Ernst Young. According to EY's 2025 update of their study, Holistic Planning, Integrating Insurance Products for Better Outcomes in Retirement, the U.S. is staring down a staggering $483 trillion retirement savings gap and a $240 trillion protection gap by 2050. These figures underscore a critical truth. Traditional investment-only portfolios may no longer be enough. So, ladies and gentlemen, you know that when I do these articles, I always add my own spin. So, the reality is you're hearing a lot of advice from current CFPs and financial advisors and investment advisors who say things like buy term and invest the rest. While that is still viable advice, the reality is that's like telling someone today in 2025 to not tap their cell phone to pay, but to write a paper check. If you were at the grocery store right now and saw someone writing a paper check, you'd be like, that's antiquated. Get out of the way, Grandpa. But if they tap their cell phone, you'd be like, that's up to date. Well, Dave Ramsey, Sue Zorman, and so many certified financial planners and investment advisors are giving you that advice. The problem is that they're negating their fiduciary duty. The reality is that a fiduciary duty to meet the fiduciary standard requires two things. One, that I tell you what I'm getting paid, and two, that I tell you if what I'm recommending is a conflict of interest. Now, what happens is, unfortunately, you, the consumer, get fooled by the fancy term. A true fiduciary is supposed to look out for your best interest in things like a trust account. But let's continue. So, Ernst Young's research highlights the unique role insurers can play in bridging those gaps. Products like Indexed Universal Life, IULs, and Fixed Indexed Annuities, FIAs, and Single Premium Immediate Annuities, known in the industry as SPIAs, offer more than just financial instruments. They provide legacy protection, tax-deferred growth, and guaranteed lifetime income. As Americans live longer and face rising costs, these features become essential tools in preserving wealth and lifestyle. So what do they mean by people living longer? Well, there's something called RMD, Required Minimum Distribution, and there's something called FRA, Full Retirement Age. Full retirement age, as of now, if you were born 1967 or later, is age 67. And RMD, Required Minimum Distribution, is age 72. They're 5 years apart in a band. Now, if you look at the proposal, since Joe Biden came into office a few years ago, as of this year, 2025, RMD, which is not yet, but it will be, is supposed to be raised to the age of 75. So what that means is people who were born 1968 and beyond will have an FRA of age 70, right? So people our age and younger, meaning 45 and younger, you ain't getting Social Security. Why? Because due to things like modern medicine, people are living longer. And if you've seen the viral clip from Xi Jinping and what's the guy from Russia? Putin. Well, they're explaining that people are going to be living till almost 150 years old. With things like the gig economy, that's putting a drag on the money that's available. Let's continue. This introduction marks the beginning of a series in which we'll expose how our insurance products align with the study's findings and how they can be used to build a more secure, tax-efficient, and legacy-conscious retirement plan. Let's dive into how the IUL enhances legacy value. So, unlocking retirement potential with the IUL. The EY study highlights a 45-year-old couple who allocated a portion of their savings into an IUL and saw a significant increase in legacy value without sacrificing retirement income. Now, EY, we would say, is a reputable forensic accounting firm of forensic CPAs. Yet your local CPA on this app, on TikTok, and all over the place is telling you something absolutely different. Why? Because they prefer your assets under management than going into an insurance product, which an uninterested party is telling you it's likely to go into the insurance product. Why IUL outperforms traditional investment-only strategies. I want you to realize something, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not saying that investments are a bad thing. In fact, I agree that they are a good thing. I'm not saying term insurance is a bad thing. In fact, I feel personally that every person who has a dependent needs term life insurance. However, there's a way to go about it. Again, we always talk about generational wealth. Go to Google. Google says a generation is between 20 and 30 years. Go to Google. Ask Google what the average annual income of an American is. They'll tell you as of quarter 4 2024 was $65,470. You do the math, 20 times 65,000 happens to be $1.3 million. The average American can't afford a permanent life insurance policy for $1.3 million. But let's continue. So why IUL outperforms traditional investment-only strategies. Tax-efficient access to cash value, guaranteed legacy through death benefit, downside protection with upside market potential, living benefits for chronic illness and long-term care needs. By integrating the IUL, the couple preserved retirement income while enhancing wealth transfer outcomes, making the IUL a powerful tool for clients focused on both income and legacy. You want to learn more how you can deliver retirement outcomes with an IUL? You know what to do. Click that link in the description and schedule a consult with me. So that's going to be it for today, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you hit that like, drop a comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're made aware every time I release new content. And as always, share, share, share. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, wipe ass. Work in progress every day and see success. Wipe ass. Work in progress every day and see success. Wipe ass. Work in progress every day and see success. And remember, folks, when people challenge you, they don't challenge you to challenge you, but they challenge you to challenge you. Accept the challenge. Salute.